Why would a Social Security disability judge deny your case at a hearing? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg, and I'm a Social Security disability attorney. And in my experience, there are three main reasons why your case would be denied. First and foremost, and this is probably the number one reason, is the medical evidence in your file is not consistent with the allegations that you are making. In other words, the medical record describes a mild level of impairment, mild symptoms, whereas you describe much more severe symptoms. I'm going to actually read to you, this is some pages from a decision that I reviewed. It was not one of my cases. Somebody asked me to review it for appeal, but I just want you to hear this, but this is what the judge says. The claimant alleged significant problems due to ulcerative colitis, and that's a severe problem. And I win a lot of cases on ulcerative colitis because bathroom problems are obviously ones that would impact your ability to work. The claimant reported her primary reason for applying for disability was ulcerative colitis. The judge cites the exhibit number. However, medical evidence does not support her allegations. Since the alleged onset date, she is regularly denied to her doctor abdominal pain or episodes of diarrhea when meeting with the doctor, and the judge lists 5 or 6 examples of that. Further, her doctors classify her ulcerative colitis as being without complications. Her treatment has been routine, conservative, basically of refills of medication, and most of the doctor visits were of getting medication refills. So that's an example of a claimant who has gone to the doctor for ulcerative colitis, but unfortunately, the level of impairment that she's describing now at a hearing is not consistent with what's in the record. Later on in the decision, the judge noted that the medication the claimant was taking for ulcerative colitis has not changed, the dosage or the medication. Judges expect if you have a medical condition that is not getting better or it's getting worse, the doctor is going to increase the dosage or is going to change the medication or try something different, try a different procedure. None of that happened here. So in this case, the evidence really did not support the claimant's allegations of impairment, in this case, ulcerative colitis. Second thing would be your activities are not consistent with your allegations as you set forth in your testimony. And I've had this happen a few times to me. My client testified that he drove a motorcycle and would take trips with his friends. Well, he's also complaining of terrible back pain. Riding a motorcycle is not consistent with that. Traveling for hours in a car, visiting relatives out of state, not consistent with back pain. Gardening, I've had people testify that they garden or they vacuum or they lift heavy objects in their house or they climb stairs. That's not consistent with back pain or knee pain. So your testimony, or even what's in the record, because sometimes doctors will note in the record, the claimant said or the patient said he was taking a long trip to go 3 states away to visit family. And this happens 3 or 4 times, the judge is going to say, well, if you've got this terrible back pain, or you've got this terrible dizziness, or you've got these whatever problems you've got, then you shouldn't be doing something like that. It's not consistent. So your activities really need to be consistent with the problems you're alleging. And again, it doesn't mean you have to sit and look at the wall, but what it means is you can't be doing really active things if you're complaining of a physical type of problem. It's just not consistent. I've even had people testify about taking care of their kids and walking the dog. And again, walking a small dog, to the mailbox and back, one thing. Well, if you've got 3 German Shepherds and you're taking them out and you're going for a 2-mile walk, that's not really that consistent with severe ankle pain or back pain. So you've got to really think about your activities, and when you describe it, not just to the judge, but to the doctor beforehand, because all that's going to make it into your record. And the last thing I would tell you that makes judges really reluctant to approve a case is when you're not credible. And what I mean by that would be if you claim that every condition you've got, let's say you say I've got back pain, I've got knee pain, I have depression, and I have irritable bowel syndrome. All these are at a level 10 10. My back pain is so debilitating I can't think. All I can do is lie in bed in a dark room in pain. My colitis is such I'm going to the bathroom every 15 minutes. I can't function at all. I'm totally non-functional. Well, that's just not credible. It's much better off to say, truthfully, that you may have episodes 3 or 4 hours a week or every other day or every 3 or 4 days where your symptoms are really at a severe level. If you go in there and say everything is 100% the worst it could possibly be, judges don't find that credible, and so they'll discount other things that you say. They'll discount what you told your doctor. It becomes much more difficult to win. So those are the 3 things I think that make judges reluctant to approve cases. Maybe you have some different ideas. Leave me a comment on this video or email me. Happy to hear from you. Visit my website, ssdanswers.com. You can download my free Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit. You can also ask for a case evaluation. If I can be of assistance to you, please reach out to me. Again, I'm Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.